circling familiar corners, not stuck, just grounded. Some streets know my footsteps better than people who found me. Familiar corners, same crack signs, same stories replayed in my mind, but every lap teaches something new if you're paying attention to the view. I don't need new scenery to grow. Sometimes depth hides in what you know. The bench where I sat when I was unsure now feels different, cause I am too. Familiar corners, I nod to them like old friends that don't pretend. Familiar corners still here, proof that comfort doesn't equal fear. Oh, bass moves slow like memory, drums knock like routine. I rap the way I walk these blocks aware, but not in between. I've seen people chase new beginnings without finishing what they had. I chose to finish my sentences before calling my past bad. Familiar corners, they remind where I slip, where I stay kind, where I learn restraint was strength and patience wasn't a waste of time. I'm the hums like the night still lies in every step I take. Some places don't hold you back, they help you see how much you've changed.
Keep my hands in my pockets like I'm holding back answers. Platform lights flicker, same faces, different manners. I don't make a scene, I make notes in my head. Small talk tastes cheap, so I let silence get fed. Train doors breathe open, not stepping with the time, and not rushing the moment, just letting it find me. I used to move loud like my steps needed proof. Now I move clean, like the groove is the truth. Late train etiquette, keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, same night, same plan. A kid in a suit staring at shoes he can't scuff. A couple arguing quiet like pride isn't enough. And Omen laughing to himself like he won a small war. Everybody carrying something they can't put on the floor. I've been that version, I've been that face. I've been the one who tried to outrun the pace, but the city doesn't care if you're early or late. It just keeps moving like it's trained, not the way to learn. Speak in a way that doesn't beg. I don't stack excuses, I stack bread with legs. If I say I'm fine, it means I'm handling weight. Not that the load is light, just that I learn not to break. Keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, same night, same plan. My phone lights up with the kind of news is neutral. Not good, not bad, just life being usual. Bills, reminders of friends saying you free. I stare at the text like freedom cross a fee. I remember when I chased every chance like it owed me. Now I pick my moves like the day is watching closely. Not paranoid, just aware of what lasts. A quick win is quick, but a pattern grows fast. Roads in my ears, baseline dragging sweet like the world got heavy, but the pocket still breathes. I talk to myself in short phrases, no drama. I learn calm as a skill, not a gift from a mama. I don't brag about pain, I don't sell it for shine. I just put it in a line and let time do the mine. And if you heard me once and it stayed, that's enough. I don't need 10 hooks if the groove is tough. Late train etiquette, keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, same night, same plan. Late train etiquette, keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, same night, same plan. Somebody bumps me, then nods like it's settled. I nod back, no heat, my pride stays level. Used to be quick to react, quick to defend. Now I let things pass like they don't even end, because half these battles are rendered attention, paid for with minutes, collected intention. I'd rather spend mine on a verse that's clean, on a thought that stays quiet but still feels mean. I'm not soft, I'm controlled, there's a difference. I'm not slow, I'm precise with distance. I'm not bored, I'm observing the room. The loudest people often run out too soon. Bridge comes in thin, drums the back for a second. Bass still walking like it's teaching a lesson. I think about choices like shoes by the door. You can own a whole closet and still feel poor. I've seen people glow and still look empty. I've seen people broke but the spirit stayed hefty. So I stopped confusing value with noise and started treating my time like a serious choice. Late train etiquette, keep it low, keep it steady. Late train etiquette, mind sharp, shoulders ready. Late train etiquette, say less, let it land. Late train etiquette, same night, same plan. Last hook, I don't push it, I let it repeat. Like footsteps in a hallway, like rain on a seat. If the phrase feels plain, that's the point of the craft. Plain words live longer when the groove is intact. Train slows down, doors open, cold air cuts in. I step out with the same face I stepped in. No big ending, no speech for the crowd. Just a night that went quiet and a mind that stayed proud.
Yeah. Quarter past routine, same clock on the wall, same glance at the phone, same weight in my walk. Nothing dramatic, nothing to announce, just another night teaching patience how to bounce. I don't hate the cycle, I learned how to ride it. Every loop got lessons if you don't fight it. People chase escape like routine's a trap. I found freedom, learning where to relax. Quarter past routine, still moving, same streets, different choosing. Quarter past routine, I stay, cause consistency pays in ways noise can't say. I remember days when I wanted more change. Now I want control over what stays the same. Same coffee spot, same chair by the window, same beat in my head that reminds me I'm good though. Bass walk slow like it's done this before. Drums knock like they're holding the door. I rap like I talk when nobody's around. Not proving a point, just checking my ground. Quarter past routine, no rush, I don't need to speed this up. Quarter past routine, I know where my energy's supposed to go. Yo, I've seen people burn from chasing excitement. Every new thing feels light till it isn't. I choose familiar with room to breathe, room to adjust, room to be me. Verse 2 settles in, voice stays low. I don't reach for highs, I protect my flow. Routine doesn't mean empty or dry, it means I know why I wake up and try. Quarter past routine, same steps, but I carry them with less stress. Quarter past routine, alright, I built a life that fits my night. Hey. I drove fades like the clock still ticks. Not bored, just disciplined. Some lives look plain from the outside view, but they hold together better when you live them too.
Steady hands, no rush, I learned that the hard way. Shaking fingers taught me what calm was supposed to say. Used to think speed meant hunger, hunger meant truth. Now I know patience can still want something too. Hey, hey, hey. I don't sprint through decisions, I walk them until they talk back. Yeah. If a choice feels loud in my head, I let it sit till it relax. Hey, steady hands, no rush, I don't force what's enough. Steady hands, no rush, I let time in earn my trust. I remember nights when anxiety drove, every move felt urgent, every thought loud. Now I breathe deeper when the room feels tight, not escaping pressure, just reading it right. Bass rolls slow like a seasoned thought, drums knock like they've seen a lot. I rap like I'm explaining myself to someone who already rush, not frozen, just precise. I'm still moving forward. I just stopped gambling with dice. I've watched people speed past meaning, mistake motion for direction. I slow down enough to hear the difference between noise and intention. Within winds out, I check my posture, mind upright, shoulders loose. Calm isn't lazy, it's trained, it's knowing what not to lose. I stand steady in, no rush, I don't reach, I touch, I stand steady in, no rush. I let your face with the same idea. Don't stand steady in, no rush, I don't reach, I touch, I stand steady in, no rush. I let your face with the same idea. After midnight, everything feels honest. Not because it's dark, because it's quiet. The city stops pretending to be busy and shows you what's left when nobody's buying it. I walk slower past closed signs, like time itself called it a night. Thoughts come cleaner when the rush fades, when there's no audience to impress with life. After midnight balance, I feel centered. Not winning, not losing, just present. I don't need answers right now, I just need my pace to make sense. I used to chase mornings like they owed me, stayed up proving I deserved them. Now I let nights teach me restraint, and mornings arrive when they're ready. After midnight balance, same breath, heart calm, shoulders less tense. After midnight balance, I move like the day doesn't own me yet. Drums knock soft like they respect the hour. Bass walks slow like it's got patience. I rap the way I sit with myself now. No rush, no self-negotiation. I've learned discipline isn't strict, it's choosing what not to touch. Not every invitation deserves energy, not every moment needs to be rushed. Reach thins out, thoughts line up, I see clearly what I can hold, what I can carry into daylight, and what's better left alone. After midnight balance, I stand still and somehow move forward. The groove stays with me when I leave, like proof that calm is order.
Funny how it ends where it began. Same thoughts, different hands. I'm standing in the same place, but the way feels planned. I didn't chase the finish, I chased understand. Some nights answered questions, other nights just tossed standing. Ends where it began, not a loop, more a lesson. I didn't need a new life, just a clearer direction. The groove feels familiar because it's earned its place. Every doubt I carried once taught me how to pace. I'm not proud of every move, but I'm proud I stayed long enough to see patterns, long enough to change. Ends where it began, same air, calm my chest. I don't need a bigger room, I need a better rest. Oh, true. Breathe slow, nothing forced, just a night settling in. If tomorrow looks the same, I'll know exactly where I've been.
In my jacket pocket. Nothing fancy, but it adds up if you watch it. Small truths collected over time, not worth much alone, worth plenty combined. I used to look for answers in big moments. Now I listen closer when nobody's noticing. The way a cashier sighs at the end of a shift, the way a street light flickers like it's tired of this. Loose change wisdom, I keep it close. Not heavy, just enough to know. Loose change wisdom, no shine, just lessons that don't expire. I learned early that advice sounds different depending on who's paying the rent. Some people talk from a safe distance, others talk from where the pressure is felt. Baseline strolls like it's thinking, drums nod like they already agree. I rap the same way I learned to live. No rush, no fantasy. Loose change wisdom, stay humble. I don't bet it all on one snow. Loose change wisdom, I save for days when confidence needs shade. Loose change wisdom, stay humble. I don't bet it all on one stumble. Loose change wisdom, I save. Second verse breeze, nothing forced. I don't exaggerate the cost. Life teaches loud if you ignore it. Whispers first if you record it. Which comes then. I check my balance, not just money, but time and patience. Some people rich and always stressed. Some people broke and still at rest. Loose change wisdom, last bit. I'm not chasing, I'm settling in. How true lands soft, no applause. Just a night that taught me what it was.
Nothing extra, just enough. I don't decorate my thoughts. If it needs glitter to survive, it probably wasn't strong. Nothing extra in my tone, I speak like I hear it again. Tomorrow morning in the mirror with no room to pretend. Nothing extra, no disguise. I stopped selling versions of me. The simpler the sentence, the harder it stays when you leave. I used to stack words like armor, trying to sound ready for war. Now I speak like peace is possible, even when it's not assured. Bass hums low, like a truth that doesn't need debate. Drums knock like they're patient, they've learned how to wait. Nothing extra, I'm cool with being clearly understood. If the line feels plain, that's usually when it's good. Second verse settles deeper, less explaining, more presence. I don't need to impress strangers, I need to respect my sentence. I've learned overdoing is another form of doubt. Trust is leaving space and letting meaning figure itself out. Nothing extra last round, I let the groove do the talking now. Outro stays quiet on purpose. Some things last longer when you bow.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, I learned quick, that loud talk depreciates, like promises made in a rush. Everybody spinning words like credit, then wondering why I trust is crushed. I keep mine low, let them circulate. Slow talk holds its value. If it takes time to understand, it probably has something to show you. Slow talk currency, I don't inflate, I don't exaggerate to negotiate. Slow talk currency stays clean, no debt attached to what I mean. I've watched rooms fall quiet when the convoys finally lands. Not because it begged for attention, because it sounded like it had a plan. I don't rush to correct misunderstandings, I let time reveal intent. If the message survives the wait, it was worth the breath I spent. Slow talk currency, same rate, doesn't spike, doesn't break. Slow talk currency, no flex, just consistency, people respect. I remember when I spoke too fast, afraid silence meant I'd lose. Now I know silence is a mirror, it shows you what you choose. Baseline walks like it's sure of itself. Drums don't hurry, they insist I rap the same way I move now. Present, deliberate and crisp. Some people drown in explanations, trying to sound profound. I say let's let the groove do the part that sticks around. Slow talk currency, let it breathe. Every word earned, not least. Slow talk currency, still here after trends disappear. I told phase, nothing flashy, just a phrase that aged well. In a world that talks itself tired, I choose to speak like I sell.
I take the window seat so I don't have to talk. City slides by like it's thinking out loud. Street lights blink in a rhythm I trust. Every block feels heavy but honest enough. I don't need music loud to feel the night. The hum of the road already sounds right. People rush past like they're late to be first. I move slower now, learn how to read the burst. I used to think speed meant progress. Now I know pace means control. I don't chase moments to prove I'm alive. I let them happen, then I let them go. Window seat notes written in my head. Thoughts stay loose, shoulders stay set. Window seat notes, same view again. Funny how repetition teaches patience. A kid across the aisle counting stops, like numbers might explain the cost. An old couple holding hands like time didn't beat them down, just taught them lines. I've been both sides of that picture. I've rushed love and I held it longer. I've mistaken noise for certainty and silence for something stronger. Now I speak in pieces, not paragraphs. Let the groove finish what I start. If the line lands soft but stays with you, that's more than shouting ever do. Window seat note, keep it light. I don't need to win tonight. Window seat notes, same route, different weight in the same thoughts. Yeah. Window seat notes. Drag slow like it's got somewhere to be. Drums knock steady like they're waiting on me. I nod my head, not for show, just acknowledging the pocket knows. I've learned restraint is a skill, not a lack of desire. I want plenty, I
I just learned how to sit with the fire. Bridge comes quiet, city breeze. I watch my reflection blur in the glass. Every version of me I outgrew is a stop already passed. Window seat notes, let it ride. No big lesson, no moral tie. Just another night, another line that stays with me longer than time. Window seat notes. Window seat notes.
I keep the lights low, not hiding, just resting my eyes. Too much brightness makes it harder to recognize what I'm actually feeling when the noise steps back, when the room stops talking and I hear my track. When I hear my track, when I hear my track. I don't need the night to forgive me, I need it to let me sit still. There's a difference between being broken and being tired of holding the wheel. I learned that calm isn't a gift, it's a habit you practice alone. When nobody's watching how you carry it, and nobody's grading your tone. Keep the lights low, let the room breathe. I don't need drama to feel relief. Keep the lights low, stay inside. Some thoughts settle better without a spotlight. I've been awakened, crowded places, feeling more alone than I ever did at home. I've been quiet in small rooms, feeling seen without saying a word out loud. People ask how I'm holding up, like there's a scorecard I can show. I usually say I'm good enough, because explaining costs more than they know. There's weight that doesn't bend your posture, but it leans on every choice you make. Not heavy enough to ask for help, too heavy to pretend it's fake. No, keep the lights low, let it pass. I don't need to process everything fast. Keep the lights low, don't ask why I'm still here, yeah, that's my reply. The groove stays warm like a steady pulse. Drums knock like they understand that some nights aren't meant to be solved, they're meant to be handled by hand. I talk myself through another hour, now motivational, just clear. If I make it to morning standing, that already means something here. I don't romanticize the struggle, I don't wear it like a badge. I just acknowledge it exists and let it soften when it can. Keep the lights low, same thought again. Repeating doesn't mean I didn't learn. Some lessons don't come with answers, they come with the ability to return. I've seen people drown in attention, still feel empty when it fades. I'd rather be quiet and steady than loud and constantly afraid. Oh, if you sit with me, don't feel the space. Silence isn't something to be. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let the moment stay incomplete. Keep the lights low, last round, no closing speech, no victory sound. Just a night that didn't defeat me, and the calm I managed to keep around. Yeah. Keep the lights low. Keep the lights.
Some nights I feel the seams coming loose, not falling apart, just tired of holding the glue. Everybody asking if I'm doing okay. I nod with a smile, let the question fade. I've been carrying weight that doesn't show on my frame. Not heavy enough to complain, not light enough to ignore. It sits in the background, hums when it's quiet, like a reminder that calm still takes effort. Hold it together, just for the night. Hold it together, keep the tone right. Hold it together, don't over-explain. Some things heal better when you don't give them a name. I used to think strength meant never bending. Now I know it means knowing when you're stretching thin. I don't break down in public, I save that for silence, where honesty doesn't need an audience. The room gets quiet, bass stays warm, drums knock like they know the form. I talk myself through another hour, not heroic, just practical power. Hold it together, stay in line. Hold it together, one breath at a time. Hold it together, don't rush the dawn. Morning feels different if you last till it comes out. Seen people drown in their own reflection, mistake attention for connection. I learned to sit with unfinished feelings, let them pass without forcing meaning. Some nights you don't need answers, you just need the night to end clean. No miracles, no sudden change, just enough control to stay sane. Hold it together, still here, didn't disappear. Hold it together, still breathing, that's more than it seems. If tomorrow asks what happened tonight, I'll say nothing special, just stay to right. Sometimes survival doesn't look dramatic, it's just like holding it together quietly. These days, just some quiet and a reason to stay. I've learned that promises sound different when the room is empty and it's late. I don't need saving, I need patience. Someone who doesn't rush the process, someone who understands silence and doesn't try to solve it. If you stay, don't say too much. If you stay, that's already enough. If you stay, just stay the same. Don't turn my weight into something to blame. I've been strong for longer than I planned. Not proud, just honest. Sometimes strength feels lonely when nobody sees what it costs. The night keeps asking questions I don't always answer right. Some truths only make sense when you don't force the light. If you stay, I won't pretend. I'll let you see the mess. If you stay, don't fix me, just sit where it hurts less. I don't need forever spoken out loud. I need consistency in small amounts. A text that doesn't disappear, a presence that doesn't need an announcement. If you stay through the quiet parts, through the nights that don't feel sharp, that's more than love songs promise. That's real in its simplest form. Who breathes, no grand close, just a thought that hangs close. If you stay, I'll find my way. If you stay,
Nothing loud about the way I stayed. No scene, no call, no words to say. Just another night I didn't quit. Another moment I decided to sit. People think survival should sound dramatic, like thunder or breaking glass. Most of the time it's barely noticeable, just choosing not to collapse. Nothing loud, still here. That's the headline I don't share. Nothing loud, still here. Breathing clean, standing clear. I don't post about the nights I doubt. They don't translate well outside. Some feelings don't want witnesses, they just want time. The room stays dim, the beat stays low. I nod along like I understand that not every victory needs proof. Some just need you to remain. Nothing loud, still here. Not proud, not scared. Nothing loud, still here. I didn't vanish, that's fair. I've been around people who speak in hope like it's a language they learned in books. I speak from where my feet are planted, from what staying actually took. It cost me speed, it cost me image, it cost me nights that looked exciting, but it gave me something steadier, a reason to trust my timing. Nothing loud, still here. I say it like a fact. Nothing loud, still here. I didn't fold, I didn't crack. If tomorrow asks me how I did it, I won't have a clever line. I'll say I breathed and waited and let the feeling lose its spine. Nothing loud, still here. Nothing enough to say. Nothing loud, still here. I'll take that kind of day.
Same night, different weight on my chest. Same ceiling, same thoughts, less rest. Funny how nothing around me changed, but everything inside feels rearranged. I've been here before, I recognize the signs. The quiet pressure that doesn't scream or cry. It just sits where you ask for patience, asking if you're still capable of staying. Same night, different way. Not breaking, just adjusting the way. Same night, different way. I'm learning what I can carry a day. I used to think consistency meant numbness, that feeling less was the goal. Now I know it means showing up, even when the feeling isn't whole. I don't need saving, I need balance. A place where I can stand uneven. A moment where I'm not required to explain why I'm still breathing. Same night, different way. I don't dramatize, I calibrate. Same night, different way. Some things change without a sound being made. The bass walks slow like it's aware that rushing ruins the mood. The drums knock patient like they know I'll catch up when I'm supposed to. I talk to myself in measured tones, not kind, not cruel, just fair. I remind myself that being here still counts as showing care. I've seen people disappear smiling because nobody noticed the shift. I don't want applause for surviving, I want honesty to exist. Same night, different way. I sit with it, I don't debate. Same night, different way. I'm learning how to coexist. If tomorrow feels light or good, if it doesn't, I'll still stand. I don't demand relief on schedule, I take it when I can. Same night, different way. Same night, same night, different way. Same night. Last thought before I sleep. I didn't fix everything tonight, but I kept everything I need.
used to talk too much, like words could buy respect. Now I keep it short, let the tone do the rest. If you know, you know, I don't force the point. I learned the hard way, loud doesn't make you anointed. Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. Same face at the door, say less, mean more. I walk in like I've been, even if it's my first. Not arrogant, just calm like I already did the work. People chase reactions, like they're chasing rent. I chase consistency, that's how my weeks get spent. The groove stays warm, drums sit heavy on the floor. Bass line dragging sweet like it's teaching me more. I don't need a fast lane to feel like I'm alive. Give me a pocket and I make the whole night ride. Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. No speech, no encore, say less, mean more. I remember being hungry for a nod from strangers. Now I'm hungry for a day without changing my nature. I've seen attention turn friends into competitors. I've seen compliments turn artists into editors. So I cut the extras, kept the spine, kept the core. If the line is solid, I don't need decorations for it. I don't sell a persona, I sell a moment of truth. And even that's quiet, like a lesson in the booth. Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. Keep it clean, keep it short, say less, mean more. Say.
Some nights I feel the city pull my sleeve, trying to tempt me in the moods I don't believe. Come out, be seen, be loud, be bright. I let the thought pass like headlights at night. Because tomorrow still shows up with the same laugh, same bills, same doubt, same need for a pass. So I'd rather build something that can hold weight than chase a quick rush and call it fate. Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. Same steps on the floor, say less, mean more.
Second verse, I'm cold and not mean, just clear. I learned clarity is expensive, so I keep it near. People love to interpret, twist and decorate. I don't give them extra rope to complicate. I speak like the room is small and the mic is close. Every consonant placed like a button coat. Not stiff, just precise, like I respect the craft. If the bar lands clean, I don't need to laugh.
Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. No drama in my tone, say less, mean more.
I've been around enough to see patterns repeat. A friend becomes distant, a rumor grows feet. A plan turns to pressure, a promise turns thin. So I keep my circle tight and my voice within, not hiding. Just saving my energy for the moments that actually remember me. For the nights when the beat feels like a safe place. For the times when my thoughts need a steady pace.
Say less, mean more, say less, mean more.
When the room gets bored,
say less, mean more. Third verse picks up phrasing a bit quicker. Not frantic, just sharp like a match to a sticker. I can stack lines on a groove like this, cause the pocket holds me, doesn't ask for tricks. I don't need to shout to make a point stick. I just repeat the phrase till it turns thick. Like a sign you pass daily, then suddenly read same letters, new meaning at the time you need. Say less, mean more, say less, mean more. Same key, different door, say less, mean more.
final hook, I let it ride, let it loop. Like a habit that formed in a quiet room. If you came for noise, you won't find it here. But if you came for groove, it'll stay in your ear. I step out with the same calm I stepped in with. No victory speech, no performance stiffness. Just the line I trust, the pocket I adore. Say less, mean more.
Say less. I don't run when the feeling comes back. I used to, but I learned that it tracks. You can cross a city in one night, still meet it waiting where you land. So I sit with it, feet on the floor, breathing slower than the thoughts want more. Not fixing it, not fighting it, just letting the moment show its form. Stay until it passes, don't give it a name. Stay until it passes, most things fade the same. I've seen waves knock people sideways just because they panicked at the sound. I learned balance isn't standing still, it's knowing how to stay upright while it moves around. The night feels long when you keep checking how much longer it's supposed to be. Time moves better when you stop asking and let it happen naturally. Stay until it passes, you don't have to solve the pain. Stay until it passes, nothing stays exactly the same. I've been
stillness without needing to leave. Some exhaustion leaves in the chest, not in the body, not in the feet. The bass moves slow like reassurance. Drums knock patient like they've been here before. I match my breathing to the rhythm and feel a little less alone. Stay until it passes, one breath at a time. Stay until it passes. You don't have to win tonight. I used to confuse endurance with silence, like not speaking meant being strong. Now I know staying present is another way of moving on. If the morning comes heavy too, I'll meet it the same way I met the night. Not with answers, not with promises, just with the choice to remain upright. Stay until it passes, that's all I know to do. Stay until it passes, it's work before it'll work again. I don't know how I made it this far. Didn't have a map, didn't have a star. Just kept waking up and moving through days that felt heavier than they should. I've lost parts of me I thought were permanent, found new ones I didn't plan to keep. Life doesn't explain the trade-offs, it just makes them quietly steep. Still here somehow, still standing now, not shining, not proud, just breathing out loud. I learned that surviving doesn't always feel like winning. Sometimes it feels like staying, like choosing not to disappear when leaving would be easier. The groove stays warm like a hand on your back. Drums knock slow like they know the facts. I rap like I'm talking to myself, because most days that's enough help. Still here somehow, not fixed, not found. Still here somehow, feet on the ground. I don't need applause for enduring, I don't need pity for pain. If I'm here tomorrow, that's reason enough to remain. Final hook repeats softer, like a thought you don't argue with. Still here somehow, that's the truth I live with.
No fireworks, no announcement made. Just a quiet exhale at the end of the day. I don't need proof that it meant something. I feel it in the way my shoulders change. We made it through tonight, that's the sentence I trust. Not because it was easy, but because it was us. I've been wrong about what winning looks like. I thought it had to shine. Now I know sometimes it's just reaching the end with your mind intact. We made it through the night, no debt left unpaid. We made it through the night, that's enough for today. The groove feels warmer at the end, like it's acknowledging the effort. Not congratulating, just recognizing that staying costs something real. I don't need tomorrow promised, I just need it tonight to close. Some doors don't slam shut, they just rest when it's over. We made it through the night, still standing, still aware. We made it through the night, I'll meet tomorrow from here. That's the quiet truth I allow. Da 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 da. I stopped saying everything will be okay. Life doesn't work like that most days. Now I say we'll be alright enough, and somehow that feels honest. I don't need the future to guarantee me, I need the present to let me breathe. I've been holding on without a headline, just small decisions that add up quietly. We'll be alright enough. Not perfect, not untouched. We'll be alright enough if we don't disappear from us. Yeah. I've seen hope sold like a product, shiny, loud, and incomplete. I prefer it plain and realistic, something I can actually keep. I don't promise happiness, I promise effort in staying. I promise not to vanish when the nights start weighing. We'll be alright enough, still standing, still in touch. We'll be alright enough, still standing, still in touch. Yeah. We'll be alright enough. Someday surviving is love. Yeah. The groove moves like reassurance, not rushing me, not pulling back. It feels like a hand on your shoulder saying you're still on track. Like I talk to you, like I talk to myself. Careful not to lie, careful not to make it sound easier than it is inside. We'll be alright enough if we don't rush the proof. We'll be alright enough if we keep choosing truth. That I don't need a big ending, I don't need fireworks, I need consistency, I need the quiet to work. But we'll be alright enough, last thing before sleep. Not because everything's solved, but because we chose to keep. Da 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 da. I keep my cup half full, not for hope, for balance. I don't gamble with my mood, I manage it with manners. City lights blur, but my mind stays sharp. I learn calm can cut deeper than a loud remark. You talk like you're late, always pushing the minute. I talk like I plan to let the groove do the pivot. Different ways to move, same street, same night. One keeps it tight, one keeps it light. 2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Same ride, different view. 2 cups, 1 groove. Yeah,
I don't chase the spotlight, I chase the pocket. If the drums sit right, I can say it and lock it. I'm not in a hurry to be understood, I'm in a hurry to keep my word good. You're careful with the phrasing like you're weighing each bar. I'm careful with the timing like I'm driving a car. No sudden turns, no panic, no showing off. Yeah. Just steady hands, let the rhythm take off. 2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Don't talk, just truth. 2 cups, 1 groove.
I used to think energy meant being high loud. Now I know energy can be a quiet crowd, a room full of people nodding at the same time. No screaming needed when the feeling is aligned. You ever notice how a night can feel expensive, even when you don't spend, just attention is extensive. Everybody acting like they're fine for the image. I'd rather be plain than live inside a gimmick. 2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Same beat, different move. 2 cups, 1 groove.
I keep my lines simple so the weight can show. I don't hide behind metaphors just to sound grown. If I'm tired, I say tired. If I'm up, I say up. The beat does the rest, I don't need to dress it up. You got that calm talk that makes people listen, like you don't need volition, like you don't need praise. I got that quick snap, but it's still control, like a fast car that stays in its lane.
2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Same night, same rules. 2 cups, 1 groove.
We've been through phases where friends turn distant, plans turn into pressure, the good turns missing. So we learn to keep our circles small and honest, and keep our words clean when the world gets chaotic. I don't brag about wins, I talk about pace. How I stayed consistent when I wanted to break. How I kept showing up when the fun wore thin. How I learned the groove can pull you back in. You talk about the craft like it's daily hygiene. Brush your thoughts, rinse your doubt, keep your focus seen. No fancy speech, just practical truth. That's the kind of talk that stays in the booth.
2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Same breath, different moves. 2 cups, 1 groove.
We've been through phases where friends turn distant, plans turn into pressure, the good turns missing.
So we know to keep our circles small and honest, and keep our words clean when the world gets chaotic. I don't brag about wins, I talk about pace. How I stay consistent when I wanted to break. How I kept showing up when the fun wore thin. How I learned a groove can pull you back in. You talk about the craft like it's daily hygiene. Brush your thoughts, rinse your doubt, keep your focus seen.
No fancy speech, just practical truth. That's the kind of talk that stays in the booth.
2 cups, 1 groove. 2 cups, 1 groove. Same breath, different move. 2 cups, 1 groove.
Well, who cries again, not louder, just deeper, like a phrase you repeat when you need to keep center. The night keeps moving, the bass keeps walking. We keep trading lines like we never stop talking. When the track ends, we don't force a finale. We let it fade like a car down an alley. Still in the pocket, still in the mood.
2 cups, 1 groove.
I don't rap half asleep, I'm alert on the mic. Every bar checks in like attendance. I don't drift in delivery, I lock focus to the sentence finishes. I've been wide awake in rooms where everybody else was numb. That's why my lines cut clean. I don't blur them for comfort, bar for bar. Wait, no autopilot, bar for bar. Wait, no silence. I don't mumble through intention, I pronounce it till it's violent. I don't need a catchy phrase if the pattern itself sticks. My rhythm does the convincing before the meaning even hits. I study breathe like mechanics, know when to push, when to wait. You can hear discipline in the way I regulate. Bar for bar, wait, I stay sharp. No filler space in my art. If I repeat, it's on purpose, because pressure reveals structure, not marks. I don't hide behind metaphors to sound deeper than I am. I say it straight and say it better till precision becomes my brand. This isn't rush, this is readiness. Yes, compressed in delivery. If I sound calm, it's because chaos already got filtered out of me.
I stopped counting bars the usual way. Started counting breath, started counting space. Some measures feel longer when you don't rush them.
Some hit harder when you almost say nothing. I don't fit thoughts into neat equations. I let them bend till they find placement. If the rhythm breaks, I don't fix it. I step through the crack and make it intentional. Regular measures, still on time. I don't need symmetry to align. Irregular measures, readjust. Structure breeze when you let it trust. I've learned patterns aren't cadence. They're starting points for deviation. Anybody can follow a grid. Not everybody knows when to shake it. I rap like I'm testing the floor, seeing which parts still hold weight. Some steps sound wrong on paper till you hear how they actually land. Irregular measures, I stay calm, no panic when the count feels off. I train my ear for imbalance, that's how I learn control. Doesn't mean locked, I don't flex speed just to impress. I slow down mid-bar to reset, make you lean forward unintentionally. That pause is part of the text. I've been around formula rappers who mistake safety for craft. I'd rather risk sounding unfamiliar than repeat what already passed on. Yeah. Irregular measures, no fear. If it feels strange, I'm near that edge where habits fall apart and skill has to reappear. I don't chase approval through comfort. I test myself through execution. That's why my voice sounds steady, even when the structure feels loosened.
I kept writing lines after lines, not because I ran out of things to say, but because repetition taught me which thoughts were worth staying. Some ideas disappear when you test them, others survive every rewrite. I learned to trust the ones that sounded honest, even on tired nights. Lines after lines, that's discipline. Not flashy, just committed. Anybody can start a verse strong, not everybody finishes consistent. I've been here long enough to see cycles, styles rise and cool back down. I didn't chase the temperature, I focused on how my voice sounds. Lines after lines, same pen, different weight in my hand. What used to feel like effort, now feels like understanding the lane. Lines after lines, same pen, different weight in my hand. What used to feel like effort, now feels like understanding the lane. The groove stays patient, doesn't ask me to rush. It knows I'll land eventually if I respect the pocket enough. I rap like I'm stacking bricks, not for a monument. For balance, each one placed with intention so the structure can handle silence. Lines after lines, no fear of sounding plain or clear. I'd rather be understood later than impressive for a year. I watch people burn energy, trying to be unforgettable. I'm focused on being reliable. That kind of legacy stays measurable. Lines after lines, I breathe. Let the rhythm finish the thought. If the phrase comes back again, it means it wasn't wasted when I wrote. Lines after lines, I breathe. Let the rhythm finish the thought. If the phrase comes back again, it means it wasn't wasted when I wrote.
Yeah, I don't warm up, I arrive already ready. Pen steady like I trained in silence. Every line calculated, no panic. I don't rush bars, I stack them with balance. I've been overlooked long enough to learn how to speak without permission. Now my presence isn't loud, it's consistent. that's a different position. I don't rap to impress a room, I rap to prove I belong here. If the beat runs dry, I still got breath, I still got give. No apology flow, I don't explain my tone. No apology flow, this is how I'm built. I don't soften edges to be like, I sharpen them till the shape feels real. I learn control before speed, learn clarity before flat. Anybody can talk fast, not everybody can stay clear. I place words where they land hard, it's not where they sound cute. Every syllable accountable, every pause intentional too. No apology flow, I don't retreat. No apology flow, I compete with me. If you hear confidence, that's earned, not borrowed energy. I've seen trends come and go, I stayed training when it wasn't fun. I didn't wait for validation, I built my voice till it stood on its own. Bars written in entire rooms, after days that demanded more. That's why I sound grounded, even when I'm pushing the floor. No apology flow, no disguise. No apology flow, just time. I don't chase moments, I create habits. That's the line. No apology flow, no apology flow.
The pocket never left, I just learned to stay. Used to step outside to try and do impress the day. Now I sit right where it breathes, let the rhythm tell me when to speak. The pocket never left, it was always here. I just needed time to hear the difference between filling space and letting time interfere. I don't chase complexity, I chase placement. One word late can ruin truth, one word right can save it. The pocket never left, I return with less to prove. I learned comfort isn't weakness, it's knowing exactly what to do. I've studied records that age well, they don't shout, they settle. I model my approach the same, letting time be the final level. Hey, the beat doesn't bend for me, I bend myself to it. That's respect, not submission, that's how you stay fluent. The pocket never left last thought before the night goes still. If it feels easy now, that's years of effort being distilled.
Yeah, the pocket isn't something you hear, it's something you sit inside. Too early feels anxious, too late feel like you lied. I learned timing through my mistakes, stool landed half a beat wrong. Yeah, now I can bend it on purpose, make the same line feel strong or gone. Yeah, pocket theory stays centered, not stiff, not loose. Every syllable knows its role, every pause earns use. I don't crowd the rhythm with ego, I let it breathe before I speak. That's why my lines feel grounded even when they sound unique. Pocket theory don't chase speed, chase placement instead. You can rap 1,000 words and still say nothing if they're misled. I study drummers like teachers, watch how restraint creates swing. They don't hit harder for attention, they hit exactly where it needs to ring. Yeah, pocket theory hold a space, let anticipation work. Sometimes the strongest move is letting the groove do the dirt. I've been tend to overperform, prove I can do more than realize. Mastery shows when you know what to ignore. Pocket theory last thought, if it feels easy, that's skill. Comfort isn't weakness, it's control refined through will. This is control refined through will. I don't depend on feeling inspired, I depend on repetition. Skill beats mood every time, that's a professional decision.
Some days motivation disappears, that's when training speaks. I don't wait till I feel right, I move first and the feeling meets me. Skill over mood, that's my rule, skill over mood. I stay cool, if the room feels dead, I bring life through execution. I don't romanticize, I struggle, I systemize effort. That's why my worst days still sound better than your best ones I've written through doubt, through fatigue, through noise. That's why my voice stays steady when the pressure tries to destroy. Skill over mood, no excuse, skill over mood. I produce, I don't chase moments of fire, I build something that lasts through use. You can hear the difference between talent and maintenance. One disappears when it's inconvenient, the other survives. Patience, I don't need the spotlight, I need the reps. That's how you sound inevitable without saying it once in text.
Still jazzing the way I leave space, still rapping the way I place words. I don't mix them for novelty, I mix them because they work. I learn from jazz to listen, from rap I learn to speak. Some nights require both to say something complete. Still jazz, still rap, still rooted in where I'm at. No costume, no role play, just craft that knows its past. I don't rush endings, I let them arrive like the last note ringing. After everyone's gone outside, still jazzing the patience, still rapping the stance. I don't need to choose a side, I learned how to balance the hands. The night settles quietly, no one chord needed. If you stay this long, you already received it. Still jazz, still rap, that's the truth I keep. When the playlist stands and the silence feels complete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 da, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep verses unfinished on purpose. Not everything needs closure. Some ideas lay better open, like questions that age with the owner. Unfinished loops playing in my head, not stuck, just cycling. Each time they return, they sound slightly different. Unfinished loops, that's growth, not failure, not loss. If you close everything early, you never learn what it costs. I used to think completion meant success, now I see it means readiness. Some thoughts need repetition before they deserve an ending sentence. Unfinished loops, I revisit with better tools. Each time, same pattern, new perspective. That's how I sharpen lines. I don't rush conclusions anymore, I let them form naturally. The beat doesn't need a drop, it needs honesty. Unfinished loops, stay aware, process matters more than flair. If it feels unresolved, that might mean you're actually there. I leave space in the track on purpose so the listener can step in. Music isn't always about arrival, sometimes about staying within.